Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello and welcome to episode number 187 of Business Behind the Scene. At Business Behind the Scene, we cover all the mistakes, all the things that we do in business, all the things that I've learned in 10 years in business that I can bring to you and help you, hopefully, to avoid mistakes or make mistakes a little bit less painfully. So one of the things that I'm just recording this on Zoom and my Zoom just gave me a thumb down. I'm like, what are you talking about? That was rude. Anyway, so this is exactly an example of my personality, right? I get distracted super easily. And literally 5 minutes ago, I was recording this podcast and I got a notification of a message. And as I was speaking to my podcast, I started to look into the message and my virtual assistant that he's here with me on the Zoom, because if I don't have her here on the Zoom, I get distracted. All of a sudden in the message, she goes, focus. And I started laughing because I was like, this is exactly what I'm talking about, people. Personalities type is important for you to understand your personality, for your virtual assistant to understand your personality, so that you can work better as a team. It was hilarious. I literally lost it. I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, there you go. My virtual assistant knows that when my eyes are not here and I'm looking sideways, I'm on the other screen and I'm off with the fairies. I'm doing completely other things while I'm trying to record a podcast. And so it's important that you leverage, you get to understand you, your virtual assistant gets to understand you get to understand your virtual assistant so that you can work better as a team. So right now, my beautiful virtual assistant has got my back. She was like, focus. I'm like, oh, sorry. I forgot that I'm recording a podcast. I should not looking at my messages while I record a podcast, right? So very, I actually want to laugh so much because she was like, focus, stop looking at your phone. I was like, what am I talking about? Personalities. Stop, focus. It was too funny. So this is exactly an example. So what we found is that for you to understand each other, you can do a personality test that is called the 16 personalities. It's free. You can do it. Anybody can do it. And it takes about 10 minutes and you do it. And then you understand what type of personality you are. But if you're anything like me, you will get to this huge report and you'll be like, I'm not reading this. And so you're then not going to know what type of personality you are. So what I do is that I put that inside of ChatGPT, legit. And ChatGPT, I say, hey, can you summarize this in 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses of this personality? And it gives it to me. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then I say, can you give me the best way to work with this person? Can you give me the things that will annoy the most this person? Can you tell me what I should not do with this person, right? Can you tell me how can they support me in my personality type? There's so much gold from ChatGPT without having to read all these things. It just tells you everything. I just love it. And every time I ask something, by the way, because of my personality and I get bored very easily, I always say, make it short, concise, friendly, and fun. Because if not, I get bored, right? And so it's important for us to understand our personalities and understand your team personalities and vice versa. So I love that ChatGPT gives us now the chance to be able to summarize things that are very useful and important for us as business owners. And I just can't wait to keep using it and going even deeper and deeper and deeper. So one of the biggest things that is important for us to understand is that there is multiple the personalities, and there's not a bad thing to be someone that, like me, they don't focus, right? It's not bad, because the good side of it is that I come up with amazing ideas, that I can pivot my business quickly, that I can entertain my team. Look at this, right? I'm sure that my beautiful virtual assistant here, she's laughing her head off today. So entertain people, right? We're very charming and very captivating when we meeting people. So it's a really important part of it, and it comes naturally to us, right? So this is like, we need to leverage on this. But then we have the other side of the coin that is like, we're not very organized, and we're not very we are a little bit distracted, we're a little bit change our mind all the time. This morning I was working on a PowerPoint for a conference that I got coming up, and I was like, I don't like this page, and my VA was like, you did that. I'm like, I know. I'm aware of it. It's fine. I don't like something that I created. It's okay, because I'm such a creative person that the moment that I created it, I was okay with it, and 2 weeks later, I don't like it anymore, and that's fine. And I do that with my team. I approve something, and I go, that was ugly. And they're like, you created it. I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter. Still ugly. And then it's important, right? Because it's all part of understanding me and accepting me, and also help my virtual assistant to understand me and accept me as well, because so they don't judge and they don't go like frustrated at me, because like this is her personality, this is exactly what type of personality they are. It's totally fine, right? And so I had to also learn in my personality type to do things that are not natural to me, and I can, but they drown me. Like I get very tired, very exhausted when I do things that are not my cup of tea, if I say. So I hope that this was very valuable to you. Now my Zoom just gave me a thumb up, which is, I appreciate it. Thank you. At the beginning, it wasn't, so I was a bit sad. So, yes, so this is something that for you will be hopefully useful, and you can start to leverage on ChatGPT a little bit more, and really understanding your team members, understanding yourself, asking questions. It will just give you so much insights. You're going to love it. I absolutely am sure that you are going to love it. Okay, everybody, have a fabulous time. If you are ready to get a virtual assistant and you don't want to keep doing all the things alone, because you know that by yourself, you know as powerful that you are into, so book a call with me. We're going to go through a brainstorm task of all the things that virtual assistant can do with you and for you and take over from you. And then you're going to free up your time and have your life back. So I look forward to see you on that call. Link is in the description. By the way, as I'm saying this, my virtual assistant is giving me all these notes on the chat, because she knows that I'm such a creative that I probably forget and I'm not consistent on my call to action. So she's like, hey, the call to action is this and it's in the description. And what else do I need to say, Vine? Am I good? Can I close this now? Literally, this is what a VA can do for you. And if you don't have a virtual assistant and you're doing all these things alone, you're probably bored, right? This is so much fun to have someone to do this with me. And this is what I want for you and for your life. So book a call. I'll see you on that call, and let's get your virtual assistant to not do things alone ever again. Thank you so much for listening to this amazing podcast. Now, if you enjoyed this, you're definitely going to love my Facebook group, where I've got over 11,000 people in it, and they're all business owners successful like you. It's called the Successful Entrepreneur Lounge, and in there I do classes every week, and I get to interview my clients, and I get to teach you all the things that I've done to get my business to 100K plus a month. So I look forward to have you in there. It's called the Successful Entrepreneur Lounge Facebook group in Facebook. I look forward to see you there. Ciao.